Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about Git and GitHub. So let me start the presentation. So my name is Arun Chandra Halimani. So I am going to discuss about Git and GitHub. So before moving on with these topics, so there is an important topic we should know before continuing. So that is version control system. So what exactly does version control system mean is it is a crucial tool in software development that manages changes to source code. So any changes done to the source code or any file, everything is tracked. So consider we are developing a project. So we will be having multiple versions of that. So initially we may have less feature and in the future we may add multiple features. So during this iteration, we will have multiple features being appended to a project. So if in any case in the future or the latest pro production breaks, so we can roll back to previous version. So this is one of the characteristics of version control system that we can roll back to previous version and we can still have a successfully running production. So next is collaboration. So here multiple developers can work on the same project simultaneously. So this is one of the characteristics of version control system. So in consider a local repository which is stored in a single machine. So here we cannot access. So multiple people cannot access your local machine and the edit the project. So using version control system, multiple developers can work on the same repository or project. In virtual control system, we have also tracking the changes, even the smallest changes like adding a new line or changing any extensions of a file or making a new file. Everything is tracked and we can have a history of all those things. So later we will have a GitHub cloud-based platform where we can see all the commits. So that will be discussed later. So we now have two types of version control system. One of them is centralized and another is distributed. So centralized is, as the name says, single central repository and it has a single point of failure. And in distributed, each user has a complete copy of the repository and allows offline work and diverse collaboration. So these are just basic things, and by the name we can understand what this exactly do. So GitHub is a example of distributed version control system because multiple people can collaborate and work on same repository. So discussing about what is Git. So Git is a tool which is distributed version control system that enables multiple developers to collaborate on a project. It also tracks changes in source code during software development. So Git is one of the tools which is used to track all the changes and it takes snapshots of every changes we have done. And we further will be, I'll demonstrate how this exactly works. There is also another term called as GitHub. So GitHub is a web-based platform built in top of Git. So here we will host our repositories. So uh, other developers can fork your repository or they can clone your repository and work on them. So this is just and, one of the cloud-based platform where we can upload or push our repositories. So here there is another term called collaboration hub and version control. So collaboration, it serves as a central hub for collaborative software development, allowing multiple contributors to work on projects simultaneously. Similarly, we have version control also, which tracks all the changes and in collaboration of multiple people can work on same repository. So discussing the difference between Git and GitHub. So as I discussed earlier, Git is a tool and GitHub is a web-based platform. And uh, from the future nature, Git is a distributed version control system and GitHub is web-based platform. So location means exactly where the uh, all the files and folders are stored. So in Git, everything is done on local and we can interact with the web-based platform GitHub using the Git client command. So in GitHub, it is a cloud-based platform where we will host all our repositories. So primary role. So Git is used as a tool for tracking changes in the source code, whereas in GitHub, it is a platform for hosting Git repositories and multiple people can collaborate. So talking about the usage feature, Git is a version control within a project and GitHub is hosting and managing Git repositories online. So these are the basic difference. The point to note is Git is a tool and GitHub is a web-based platform where using Git we can communicate with web-based platform GitHub. So I'll demonstrate how to create repository. Uh, Let me go to GitHub. So I am already logged in. So if you want to know how to create a account in GitHub, so this is the home page of GitHub. Here we can click on sign up. So here I will not be providing my official email address, but a dummy email address just to demonstrate how this sign up process is. Okay, so it is saying invalid or already taken. So I'm not going to demonstrate how to create an account. It is pretty obvious and basic. So let me directly go to my account. So here you can see my account and here are the multiple repositories I have created. And to create a new repository, we just need to click on new. So I'll create a new repository. So here it shows all the account if you are currently logged in and I'm choosing my current username. So I'll provide a repository name. Let me say demonstration of GitHub. So the next part is this description. So here you can provide what this repository is all about. It is optional. If you want to provide, you can provide. So later we will choose the access method. So this is public or private. So I'll consider public because later if any other developer want to fork or clone my repository, he will be having the access. If I make it private, then only I will be able to access my repository and commit any changes on that. So I'll keep it as public so that multiple people can collaborate and work on my repository. Adding a README file is a good gesture if you are explaining what this project is all about or explaining the steps to download the project or install multiple software to run the project or importing multiple libraries, packages, or anything related to project. So this should be as considered as an instruction or a manual for your project. So maintaining this README file is a good gesture for other developers to get to know what this repository is all about or how to contribute on your repository. So I'll now create repository. Just click on create repository. So we will now have a demonstration GitHub as a repository name. So I click on create repository. So now the repository is created. So readme.md file is created as an initial commit. So here we can see our readme.md file. So whenever a new developer or any other developer visits your repository, he will have a quick guidelines to go through for working on your repository. So currently I have only one branch, master, which is also known as main branch. So here are multiple options: code, issues, pull request, action, projects. So these are will be required if you are working on working in more. Actually, it will provide more customizability for your repository, and in settings you will have how to delete your repository or make it private or public. All those changes can be seen here. So if you want to change visibility from public to private, you can do it here, or you want to delete this repository, or multiple options are there. You can do according to your need. So I'm just going to demonstrate how to add a file to this repository from my local machine. So before doing that, let me copy this link. So this link is important because this is how we let you know your local machine that you are communicating with particular repository for a particular author. Here it is at hunking 9797, and the demonstration dash GitHub is the repository name. So I will now open my git bash. Here it's already pinned, but I will just to show what is git bash. So I'll open it git bash. So here it is showing username for my local machine. This is not for the GitHub. So before continuing, you need to do certain configurations. So one of them is setting your username and email. So for that, we have the command git config -- global user dot name, and in double quotes, you need to provide your username. So for mine is Arun Chandra. So I'll provide this and I'll hit enter. So if you want to know whether you have successfully set your username, you can just execute a command up to user.name, that is git config -- global user.name. So here it's showing the username as Arun Chandra. So I am successfully able to set my username. Similarly, I need to set my email. So in double quotes, I will provide my email. So no errors are shown, means this is successfully set. In case you want to check, you can go back and erase up till here and check for user.email. So it's showing my email. So why do we need to do this? So this is basic because if need to specify who you are, and using this you will be able to commit and let other developers know that who exactly committed on their project, or what is the email address of the person who has committed the changes to the repository. So for now, I'll just clear this window. I mean, all commands. So let me start with how to upload your or push your local repository onto github.com. So before doing that, let me create a local repository on my local machine. So for that, I'll use new, and the folder name, let me give it as demo. I'll open this folder. So now I will give us create a sample file. So let me create a text file. I'll name it as sample text. I'll open this file. You can have multiple files, or like programming files like Python or C++. or any other images also. Those are supported to be uploaded on github.com. But I will currently be doing a sample text file. So let me add a sample content here. Save this and close. So now let me open Git bash. So you can open from here and you can do cd/c. So you can navigate from the command line, like I'm currently in the drive C. I'll go to now users. This is specific to my machine and later to desktop and then to demo. So I have entered this current folder ls to see all the files. So doing all this is tedious. So I'll just close and show how to do it in other way. You can do show more options, git bash here. So after clicking this, you will be able to see I'm directly at this directory. So first, this is the simple way of getting to the directory which you want to upload onto GitHub. So the other way was the using command line, changing directory and all, providing the specific path. So let me start with the commands. So first one is git init. So what this command will do is this will initialize the Git repository. So I am initializing a Git repository for the demo folder. So now onwards, after executing this command, every changes that I do on demo folder or add or delete a new file or edit any code in the sample text file or text, everything will be tracked. So let me do initialize this repository. So here showing initialize empty Git repository at this address. So you can see what all folders are there in the current directory, and ls minus a will show hidden folders too. So here I am able to show .git. This means now this repository is a Git repository. So every changes done in this demo folder will be tracked. So let me clear all of this. So the command I executed is git init. So now I have to set up a link between my local machine and the github.com repository. So let me get the link. So after creating the repository demonstration.github, you will be able to see this page where you will get commands to execute to communicate from your git bash to github.com. So I am going to demonstrate that. So let me copy this link. So you can directly click here. I have now copied the link. This is author name. This is his repository name. So I will now copy this here. So in order to set up link, we need to add git remote. Let me check if any link is already established because I was currently working on this. So git remote -v. So nothing is shown means no link is set up. So let me add the link. So for that we have command git remote add origin. Git remote add origin, and I'll paste the link and hit enter. So no error was shown. So you can now check git remote -v for the link. So currently I'm able to see. Previously I was not able to see because I have not set the link. Now I set the link. So you can see it is GitHub demonstration GitHub. This is the repository name. So I will clear for now. As the two commands I executed was git init. That means I am initializing Git repository from my local machine, and later I added the link which using git remote add origin and the link name. Now I am going to add the file, which I am later going to push it onto the github.com. So let me provide the command git add, and just dot will do upload every file from your demo folder. And if you want to be specific, add specific file, then you can do provide the name of that file. For me, I know that I have a sample file in that. I just press SAM and hit tab, and it is auto completed and showing sample text.txt. So this is to indicate that a space should be neglected. So git add, this will add the sample text. So after hitting this enter, I am I have successfully added the file. To check the status, I can use git status. So here it's showing sample text file is on the stage. So if you want on stage, you can do this. So what does stage means is it is an area where you will add all the folders for later to be committed onto the repository. So currently I added a file sample text.txt and check the status. So this only one file I added, so it's showing only one file here. So later I'm going to push it to the github.com. So before that we need to commit. For that we have git commit -m for message. I'm going to provide it as added a sample text file. So this is my commit message. I'll hit enter. So it successfully added a sample text file, and later we'll push it to the github.com. For that so we have git push origin main, not main, because here it is master, because my branch name is master here, not main. So it is master here, so I'll name it as master. So this will only work if you had already set up the link. So setting up the link was done using the command git remote add origin. So after setting up the link and adding the file, and then committing the message, committing the file and providing a sample message. Now I'm doing git push origin master. This will upload the file onto the github.com. So I'll just hit enter. So this is showing all the details or the uh, size of data that has been uploaded. So this was successful. So I'll minimize here and go back to this github.com web-based platform. I'll reload now. So here I am able to see sample text.txt. If I just open it, you can see the content I written in the local repository have now been uploaded to online repository demonstration GitHub. So I'll move back to one repository behind, and you can see commits through here. So currently I have only master branch, and I'll see commits here. Click on commits. Here it will show all the history who all have committed to your repository if your repository was public. So mine is public. Any other person having permission from me can now commit on to this repository. So now let me add a new file here. So I'll add another file. So in order to push this file to the repository, you need to create a new branch. So I'll demonstrate that. So I'll create a new file, name it as a new file only. I'll open this file. This is second file to be loaded. It is a sample text I'm just writing. So I have saved this file. Let me close. So I'll close this folder. Now go back to git bash. Let me clear this. So now I'll write git status to check what all current status of my repository is on the local machine. So I'll type git status, hit enter. So here is showing untracked file. that is new file.txt. I just created it. So this is showing a new file has been untracked. So I need to push this onto my this demonstration GitHub repository. So I can do that by using creating a new branch. So for that, I'll add git branch and provide a new branch name. So I'll just provide a new future, and this is my branch name. So no error was shown, which was successfully executed. You can write git branch to save a list of branch which are available. So star here means I'm currently on master branch. If you want to navigate to new future branch, you can use the following command: git checkout new future. I'm using tab to autocomplete. So using this command, you will now get into new future branch from master. So I'll just hit enter. Now you can see from master now on to the new future branch. So you can execute the git branch command again to see that now star has changed its position from here to here. So you can see I am currently on new future. So here I can check the status, git status. So here it's also showing new file to be added. I mean I will add it later. So for that we will have git add. So this time I'll use dot just to demonstrate that every file, all the files will be added, or just we can do new file only. I'm using tab to autocomplete. Git add, this file now will be added. So onto the new future branch, not to the master branch. This is how you should work for creating a new future. You should not directly commit on master branch. You should create a new branch, work on that project and commit it on this branch. Later, you can merge this branch with master branch. For that, I will demonstrate later. So now I have created a new branch, and I have changed my current branch from master to new future, and I'm going to add a new file to new future. So let's hit enter. So this was added because no error was shown. So let me check the status now. Hit status. So new file has been added and it is on the staging area. So I will now commit using the same command, git commit -m added a new file. This is a message. So I'll just hit enter. So one insertion was done, file was changed. So this is just a comparison between previous repository and your previous version of your repository and the current version. So now I'll do git push origin, not master, this time new future, because our branch is now new future. So git push origin new future. I'll just hit enter. So here you can see my files have been added to the new future branch. To check this, I'll go to my github.com. So it's already showing, but let me just reload. After reloading, it is showing here new feature has recent push less than a minute ago. This is just a time. Here you can see multiple branches have been created. New feature I created using the git bash. So here is compare and pull request. This is important. I'll just click on here compare and pull request. So currently the multiple developers can work on same project. Here in my case, the author of this repository is me itself, and the person who is committing on this repository is also me. And this is also accepted, and other person can also commit changes to your repository if it is public. So here is a message which I typed using git commit -m. This message is shown. If you want to specify more detail about what this commit is all about, you can write here. Later, this will be reviewed by the author of this repository. So I'll create pull request. So this request will be sent to the author of that repository. So later he can merge So this will be shown later here. So this is just the process which was happening here was to check whether there was any conflict between your uh, current pull request. So currently there are no errors. So if there are any merge conflicts, that is your changes were conflicting with the current changes done by any other developer, because multiple people can work on same repository and there are high chances that there might occur a conflict. So currently there is no conflict. So I can just do merge pull request. I am able to do this because I am the admin of this repository. So only admin can do the merging of the pull request. So I'll click on merge pull request, and this is the message, and this is the commit message. So let me confirm merge. So your pull request successfully merged and closed, and you can delete branch. So to maintain the repository clean, you can delete, but this is just a small repository. I'll keep it as it is. I'll go to now code. Here in dropdown, we have multiple branches, but in the current repository now have two files. The new file was added using the new future branch, which later was merged to the master branch. And we can check commits here, 3 commits. This is the history, which will track all the changes we have done. The first one was a sample text file, which we did earlier. And then we added a new file and a merge. Both are recorded as well. So this is how I have created a new branch and added a new file into my github.com repository. So I hope this demonstration was easy to learn. So let me clear this and list out all the commands which you are going to use, which I just used, and let me list out. So let me create a new text file. So what all command I used was, first one was setting configuration of the Git client. So for that we had git config global user dot name, and here you will provide your username. So provide your username here, and similarly another git config global user dot email in double quotes. You will provide your email, and this was just a configuration part, letting know that who you are. And next was creating the local repository on your machine and creating the repository on GitHub. So first you created a local repository, that is demo here, and creating a GitHub repository which was demonstration GitHub. For the process was explained earlier. So now I have created a repository here in my local machine and on github.com. So now I will provide the link of the online github.com repository link and on git bash. So now onward, everything need to be done on git bash. So first command I did here was git. So this process also need to be done on git bash, but this was one time only. If you are new user of git bash, then you have to do this one time only. Now on git bash, this process is for uploading your local repository onto github.com. So first one is git init. So the demo folder which I did Git init on it. So after doing this, we will have Git repository initialized. And the second command was establishing a link, that is git remote add origin and the link name here. This thing you will get from github.com from here. Code HTTPS here you can copy from here. And the third command was adding the file, git add. So in order to add the file, you should be at the demo folder inside the client. We just did that using show more option git bash here. So git add will add the all files, or you want to specify the specific file you want to add, you can do that also. After adding that file, it is on now the staging area. Now you can do git commit -n, provide the message, so sample message. So after committing, you can now push onto the github.com. For that, git push origin master if you are currently working on master branch. So this was for uh, uploading your local repository to github.com. Now for creating a new branch and adding a new feature, you can do first create a new branch. For that we have git branch and provide the branch name. So let me write it like this, branch name. After this, you have created a branch. Now you want to navigate to that branch, you can use git checkout and provide the branch name to which you want to navigate. So after creating a new branch, now you can do all of this. Git remote add origin will be there already. You can do git add, commit message, and push to though you can do follow step 3, 4, same as before, and later you can use git push origin, and here you should provide the current branch. After doing this, you have uploaded your new files to the github.com. Now you can do the compare and pull request which came here and later merge that, and you can later delete the branch also, but I'll keep it. So this is how you do the uploading your local repository onto github.com and maintaining the versions. Hope this demonstration was useful. So continuing with my presentation. So I just demonstrated how to create a repository and multiple commands. And now we'll discuss about GitHub Pages. So GitHub Pages is a static site hosting service. So this means uh, you can host your website or any of your project using GitHub itself. So you need not buy any new domain or any rights by paying or anything. You can use GitHub's pages to host your website. Note that you cannot use your uh, domain as a commercial one, but just to demonstrate your work, you can use GitHub pages. So it can allow to create a website directly from a GitHub repositories, and you can have free hosting for your file type of like this and projects. And custom domains means you can have your domain name as per your need only. So this is was all about Git and GitHub. I hope this demonstration was useful. If you have any doubts, you can comment below. And thank you for watching this video.